Life is dynamic and ever-changing, and as people progress through the years, the need to maintain a reasonable level of income becomes a significant concern. Yet due to the nation's recent economic downturn, many people have changed their planning for the future and caused others to rethink their retirement and future plans altogether.
When you factor in the time frame of 2000 to 2002, when we had a recession, 2008, which was called the Great Recession, 2011, in which we seem to have returned to another level of economic uncertainty, it leaves many investors in a very difficult spot, especially when they're trying to plan for retirement and to provide for their economic futures.
As traditional pension plans decline in availability and the financial stability of the Social Security system remains questionable, increased pressure has been put on individual Americans to create their own retirement income. Yet many say that understanding the best alternatives can be overwhelming.
First, you have to work out how much you'll need to live on. Then you have to decide on how you're going to save that money in IRAs and 401ks, some other saving vehicle. Then, once those savings accounts are funded, how are you going to invest your savings? These are all decisions you have to make, and without help, it can be overwhelming.
Because every investment comes with some degree of uncertainty, understanding one's tolerance for risk is now generally recognized as a prerequisite to developing a sound financial plan for every investor.
All investments involve risk. And investors have to understand that they have certain biases, they have certain personal preferences, their emotions may affect how they would wish to invest their funds, and they have to understand that managing all of that, including the risk factors of individual investments, is extremely important for their future plans and for retirement.
These are the most uncertain economic times we've seen, and that's actually when you really do need people in terms of investment who have seen this kind of condition and can work with clients under these conditions. But from my perspective, it's a long-term perspective is the only way to look.
When you're speaking about risk, it really is a combination between things like how soon you want to do things with your money on the one hand, and on the other hand, how you feel about things. And I think how people feel about things is important, because to ignore that would probably make people very uncomfortable as things in the market naturally change.
Many financial experts agree that risk, more properly called volatility, may be limited through global diversification strategies. Holding a well-diversified global portfolio over the long term should produce more consistent returns.
We aim to manage risk while meeting long-term return objectives. Our process and understanding of global markets and their interactions allows us to manage and balance risks across a multitude of market environments. For example, emerging markets currently are growing faster than the USA with less debt or financial risk. For the investor, this means risk reduction and also the potential for asset improvement.
Located in Summit, New Jersey, Candor Wealth Advisors is an investment and wealth advisory firm that focuses on saving and planning for retirement. Their personalized services are dedicated to delivering consistent, long-term results.
First, we help the client to understand what their goals and expectations are for their assets and what their income requirements and cash flow requirements will be in the future. After that, we put that plan together and assess what risks in the investment arenas need to be taken so that they can achieve those goals and objectives. And lastly, we execute. We put the investment plan together so that the client has an investment roadmap for the future, and that roadmap can be assessed on a regular basis, perhaps annually, perhaps more frequently than that.
The team at Candor Wealth Advisors understands that retirement planning is an ongoing process and not a single event, requiring a full partnership between Candor's professionals and their clients.
What we have to have with each client is enough information so that we can plan for them, to provide consultation on an ongoing basis, and then to execute the investment plan for them, and to make changes in the future. It is very, very important for our services to do right by our clients, to have good levels of communication.
Candor Wealth Advisors emphasizes to all clients achieving one's financial goals can be accomplished by a combination of analyzing one's cash needs for daily living and creating a diversified global investment portfolio that is dedicated towards supporting those needs now and for the future.
We are not in and out of markets, we're not market timers, we're long-term investors. So clients need to come to us for the long term. They don't want to look for a return in 6 months' time. They want to be thinking about retirement in several years.
Candor Wealth Advisors will work with you to build a comprehensive wealth management solution personalized for your needs and objectives. For more information, please visit candorwealth.com.